How's it going, everyone? I was in the middle of actually making another video, but then all of a sudden Nintendo decided to drop a direct for the 35th anniversary of Mario. Let's dive in and have a little bit of a look at what was announced today.
Here we go!
Alright, so leading the charge we have the Game & Watch Super Mario Edition that's coming out. And yep, you're going to be able to play the original Super Mario Bros. In addition to Super Mario Bros. Lost Levels as well. They also have a clock. And they have Ball with a Mario graphic imprinted on it in place of the original character. I think this is a neat little collectible. It's about 50 bucks. People might say that's a lot of money, and I can kind of see where they're going with that. Comparatively speaking, if we look at something like the Sega Game Gear Micro, which you can't even hold it properly, this doesn't seem too bad. At least you can play it, as opposed to the other thing I just mentioned, which they're trying to put it off like you can actually play it properly. And give me a break. I'll definitely be picking this up. I'm going to put the pre-order in for it, and it'll look nice on the shelf, and it'll be something fun to play around with. And then after that, we got an announcement that 3D World is coming, and there was a lot of speculation about this online, but of course it's easy to speculate when most Wii U games are coming to the Switch anyway, so it's not exactly like it was unexpected, but I'm glad to see it's here. I think it does fit in well with the Switch. It doesn't look out of place, it doesn't look like an older game, and yeah, I'm excited to play it again. I never beat the game the first time around, so I'm definitely looking forward to picking this one back up. And what's interesting that I noticed, I watched the Japanese Direct of course, and Bowser's Fury is labeled as Fury World in Japan. I thought maybe that might give us more of an idea of what this thing is. It only makes it even more confusing. So, your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea what this extra mode's gonna be, but I'm glad they're adding a little bit of content, because to me it felt like 3D World was a little short. Did anyone else feel that way? To me it felt like it was short when I played it before. I don't think I cleared the last world, but up until that point I kind of sped through it, so I don't know. More is better though, that's for sure. After that, we got a look at Mario 35, and now we can see why Nintendo took that game down off the internet. They would have done it anyway, but it does look like it could be fun. It's a nice take on the Battle Royale formula in my opinion. It's free if you're a Nintendo Online user. I'll definitely be trying this one out, although I am a little bit kind of confused at why they're making this a limited release. But I guess time will tell, and we'll figure out what they're planning. And then after that they showed a new Mario Kart sort of AR experience. Now this isn't my cup of tea, but I don't think I'm exactly the market for this anyways. I do see the appeal. AR is huge and everyone's kind of pushing into that right now. And we all know for a fact that these physical carts are going to sell boatloads. Nintendo is aware of that. They've done this with the Amiibos, with Labo, with Ring Fit. It's amazing how many physical peripherals they're able to sell. You would think we would have moved away from that, but Nintendo seems to have figured out how to do it, how to move it properly. There is an argument that they might do some secret manufactured scarcity, but who knows. And what's neat is there's going to be a lot of interesting goodies that they're putting out, a lot of merchandise, t-shirts. They got the box arts for the first 3 Mario games. I've never been to the Tokyo Nintendo store, but I'm looking forward to going. And now I know I'm probably going to end up spending a ton of money when I get there. I'll pick up a few of these, probably send some back home. And I'm sure Nintendo New York is going to have their own exclusives too, so I'm looking forward to that. I think that'll be nice. And on top of that, they have a bunch of promotions in the different games, right? They have Splatoon 2 promotions, they have Smash promotions. So it's nice to see Nintendo celebrating this. They're really going to push it. Of course, it's Mario, it's their mascot. 35 years. And of course, there are collaborations that are exclusive to Japan as well. There's a Twitter account that they're running with more information, so if you'd like to check it out, it's all there for you. And then of course, just like in the States, they announced that Super Mario Collection, which is the Japanese title for Super Mario All-Stars, is coming out on the Super Famicom Nintendo Switch service. And of course that includes Super Mario 1, 2, 3, and USA. That's what they call Mario 2 out here if you didn't know.
It's me, Mario!
But as we know, that is not the only collection that they put out today. Super Mario 3D Collection, it's here, the big daddy of all the announcements. We knew this was rumored, we knew the leaks. Here it is, Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. Now, I couldn't notice too many differences from Mario 64 right off the bat, but after listening to it and watching a few more trailers, they changed some of the sound effects, although I could be wrong about that. When they were showing the medley, they had different sound effects, but I think they had taken that from the original Mario 64 because the HUD was different. A group had already pointed out online that they fixed the Mario M, the M emblem on his hat. This game was probably based off of the Rumble Pack version of Mario 64 released in Japan only, but that being said, I couldn't imagine them basing it off the original Japanese version because the international version of the game was a fixed up version of the original Japanese release, and then the second Japanese release was a further fixed up version. So I'm assuming it's based off of that one, but I guess we'll have to find out. It is a little bit odd to me that this game doesn't seem to be in widescreen. They do point out that Sunshine is in widescreen, and Galaxy also seems to be in widescreen, of course, but Mario 64 still seems to retain 4:3. I'm not sure how Nintendo couldn't do that if they didn't want. I'm not sure, but that's one of the only things that I didn't really like about what I had saw for 64.
Let's go!
Sunshine does seem to be in widescreen, so at least they did that much. It does look a little bit smoother overall, but again, GameCube games even now look really great still. And Galaxy is looking good too. Of course, it's a perfect fit for the Switch with the Joy-Cons acting as Wii remotes, right? It's about the same thing. I did play Galaxy on the Wii U, and I do gotta say, when you blow that up into 1080p, it does not look good. The game itself looks fine, but the problem is how jagged the edges are, and it just feels like, whoa. So I hope to God they at least smoothed it out. I just want to get it off my chest. I'm actually happy that they kept the design and the styles sort of the same. I'm glad that there wasn't too much of an update. Just hear me out. In my opinion, I think if they would have went and changed Mario's model, they would have updated the graphics in each game. I think that would have taken away from the overall style of the games themselves. It would have made it feel too similar, I think, to one another. Yes, the locations will look different. Yes, the games play differently, but I don't know. I just think there's something about upgrading it completely into like this modern 3D style. I don't think it would look good. I think as long as they make it look decent in terms of resolution and smoothness, I'll be okay with that. course, not everything is rainbow and sunshine, literally. I'm really disappointed they didn't put Galaxy 2 in. Not only did they not put in Galaxy 2, but they, as the internet's putting it, Thanos snapped it away. It's not in any of the promotions, and they're picking their words carefully so they don't have to bring it up. That and Super Mario Land 2. If you noticed in the Mario medley at the end, those two games they left off. In addition to Mario teaches typing. What a shame. It's like they're not acknowledging their history for some reason. And that's a little bit of a bummer. Nah, I know I've seen things like, well, they're probably going to sell it as DLC after, or they might do something else with 3D Land down the road, who knows. It would be nice to see it get the remastered treatment like everything else is, but maybe we'll just have to save that for another time. We'll have our hands full with these 3 games. Actually, 4 games, right, if you include 3D World. So we're not exactly starved for Mario content. The games are still here. In my case, right, I can go down to the local book off and probably find Mario Galaxy 2 for like 1,000 yen. But again, that's not the point, right? This game is also limited, and judging by this direct, we now know that Nintendo loves to do these limited releases for some reason. I don't think people are going to be happy, but at the end of the day, everyone's going to buy it. It's going to sell out. Nintendo knows this. There's this comfort, I think, from their perspective that no matter what they put out, it's going to sell. And these games are going to sell. This whole collection is going to sell out. I'll probably end up buying it because I do think it's a good value. These 3 games are definitely worth $60 in my opinion. I know people are going to disagree with that, but there's just something about not including Galaxy 2 on there that just rubs me the wrong way. So, after watching this presentation, how do I feel about it? I think it was great on a pure content level. You can't really ask for much more, except Galaxy 2. But it was great. The collections are going to be fun. I'm sure they're going to run great on the Switch. So, that's all you can ask for, right? I'm looking forward to getting my hands on a couple of these games. It'll be a nice way to celebrate Mario's 35th.